Welcome back, everyone, to the Dark Reading News Desk. I'm Becky Bracken, editor with Dark Reading. And up next, we are thrilled to welcome Wing-Si Lau, professor with the Chinese University of Hong Kong, who is here at Black Hat US Day 2024 to present his research, One Hack to Rule Them All: Pervasive Account Takeovers in Integration Platforms for Workflow Automation, Virtual Voice Assistant, IoT, and LLM Services. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Can you tell us a little bit about why this is a piece of research you wanted to take on? Why is account takeover top of mind for you right now?
It's because we have been working on authorization vulnerability for a while already. And then several years ago, we start our collaboration with Samsung Research America to look at the virtual voice assistant security, and then we find some issue there together, and then later on we find that actually it can be generalized to cover other platforms, the long list of workflow automation, IoT, smart home, so that this become very impactful. So that's why we want to work on it and let the community know about the issues.
Understood. What is the first vulnerability that you found in the voice assistant software?
Basically, is we actually find multiple new classes of attacks which are widespread, and the attack is appear when the OAuth protocol is being adapted to support the integration platform use case.
Oh.
And the use by integration platform, it covers a lot of those. Basically, those are emerging, including the most recent one, the LLM service with plugins.
And I'm hearing from experts across the sector that this integration and the platforming is huge. It's a huge piece of what they're trying to do and where they're trying to go to help with integrating all of these disparate tools. Is this a problem that can be fixed easily, or is this something that is going to require ongoing effort?
I think if you are aware of the issue during the design phase, of course it can be fixed easily. But if you're not aware of it, and then after the system has been introduced and you need to fix it, it will take some effort.
So this is something you really need to know ahead of time as
Yes.
you're going. What is the due diligence that teams should be using to make sure that they're integrating without introducing new configuration issues and attack surface?
I think they need to come to our talk tomorrow to know all the details. I think the crux of the issue is that OAuth has been used for authorization or delegation kind of functions for a long time. Actually, 10 years ago, my first Black Hat talk in USA here was about OAuth.
Really?
About a different class of vulnerability. But throughout the years, actually OAuth has been adapted to support new use cases. And in the case of this research, actually, when they are adapted by many providers, including major players, to support integration platforms, then since there's no standard way, so each one of the providers, the developer, roll their own approach and then make mistakes during this adaptation.
Is there a way in which, or a framework in which that we can bring all of these platforms in line so that they are working together to make sure we aren't introducing these?
I hope so, by pointing out the kind of common pitfalls or the mistakes made by a lot of different players. What we hope is that there can be a standardization effort under, say, IETF RFC or so that people know when they try to adapt OAuth to support this new use case, what are the issues, what are the common pitfalls that they need to avoid during the design phases.
Has OAuth, does there need to be a new technology? Is it adaptive enough to sort of keep up with these new use cases?
It is adaptive enough, but when you do the adaptation, the devil is in the detail. If you pull some adaptation not carefully, not fully understand all the details, it is easy to make mistakes. And even major players make mistakes. That's what we find.
So walk me through sort of what an attack like this might look like. What would we see from a security operations standpoint?
Okay, maybe I think it's easier to understand it from a user's perspective.
Okay.
So in our cases, actually, as an end user, you are subject to become a victim, even though you have never heard about integration platform, okay, and you don't know what is integration platform. For example, you probably there's a lot of users of the Outlook email service, right?
Okay.
And actually, it turns out Outlook email service is a default app or service supported by the workflow automation integration platform of Microsoft, namely Power Automate. Okay, and you as an Outlook email user, you don't know that actually by exploiting the vulnerability that we discover, all you need is, as a victim, you got learned to do a single click on an unassuming link, and then the attacker will then be able to have access of all your emails.
And then from there,
game over.
game over.
Yes, and again, the point is that you as the end user does not know the existence, never heard about Power Automate,
Right.
never know about Outlook is under Power Automate. Okay, so and it is the platform's responsibility, and they are the only one that can fix the problem. As an end user, all you can do is you may be able to advise the user that never click on any link unless you are absolutely sure that what's going on, but I think this is impractical. I think there's no way. Yeah.
Who are the integration platform players that you hope to sort of bring in line? Who are the major players in this space?
Okay, so there are multiple categories. Okay, workflow automation, such as Microsoft Power Automate, and there are many others. And the second type is like the smart home control or IoT control platform, like Google Home or Amazon Alexa, and also virtual voice assistant like Google Voice Assistant, and also Samsung Bixby, and last but not least, LLM service, large language models, which support third-party plugins such as OpenAI. Those are the kind of platforms that are subjected to this kind of vulnerability and attacks.
So for large language model attacks, is it about poisoning the model? What would the attacker, why would they want access to the large language models?
So in this case, we are not poisoning the model. In this case, it's the LLMs. In order for them to do better, LLMs now start to support so-called third-party plugins, so that the LLMs, this AI agent, can help you to do more things, such as if they know it's your birthday tomorrow, then they can help you to order flower to send maybe to the right place. So in those cases, by introducing the exploit the problem when delegating the control of this third-party plugin, okay, then the attacker can take over these services, control.
Oh, so instead of talking to a bot, an LLM bot, you're talking to an attacker? When you're prompting?
Yeah, there are two cases. In one case is that you thought you're authorizing some particular service, but unknowingly you already authorized the attacker to take over the third-party services that is under the LLM. Okay, but in some cases you don't even know. Say Outlook is already a services that is available under that particular platform, and it got took over, namely that all your emails is controlled by the attacker.
And they have access to all of that
Yes.
information that they can do with what they will.
Yes.
And same for IoT, the same thing. It's a data mining effort, correct?
Not mining effort, is take over the control.
Takeover.
Basically, your user account under Outlook or user account under GitHub or any one of those services that is controlled by the integration platform, or you delegate control under the integration platform, unknowingly will be under the control of the attacker.
This sounds very important. I hope that our audience takes the time to check out your talk. Can you remind us again of when we can watch your briefing here at Black Hat?
It will be Thursday, tomorrow at 1:30.
1:30.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wing Lao, we very much appreciate you joining us today.
Okay, thanks a lot, Becky.
Thank you.
for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.